last week about how people just love to lie to themselves, especially when it kind of proves that they were quote unquote right? Like GMs like to do it a lot. They'll lie to themselves and stick with a quarterback longer than they should because they want to validate their pick. Steelers with Kenny Pickett, Packers with Jordan Love, Jets with Zach Wilson. Yeah, there's plenty of examples to go around. This week I'm going to be on a similar path. But today is about people just being flat out wrong. Like just not even thinking that they just know they're wrong and they're just going to double down on it. That's just we know we made a mistake. Screw it, we're going to double down anyway. Making one mistake is fine. It's when you double down that's when you get in trouble. Now, obviously I like Jared Goff now. I think he found a really good situation. He's really good in Detroit. That fits him. But that contract was a mistake by the Rams. That wasn't smart. That was a mistake of a contract. The Rams did not double down on it. They said, this isn't good enough. Let's pivot. Let's go get Stafford. For the price we're paying, it's just not good enough. We like Jared. He got us to a Super Bowl. That's fine. We can move him to get a really, really good quarterback in Matt Stafford. It's not good enough. Let's pivot. Let's not double down. I think they need to pivot again and rebuild as opposed to this little reboot they're on, but that's a talk for another time. The Eagles with Carson Wentz's contract, that was a huge mistake, and I was a Wentz supporter, kind of still am, but they didn't double down on it. They pivot, they rebuild quickly, actually, and boom, top 3 team in football went to the Super Bowl last year. So when the Chargers hired head coach Brandon Staley, I think there was some hope, right? There's Herbert, and there's a lot of talent. But of the coaches available, Brian Daboll and Harbaugh's name was getting thrown around in there. Ton of really, really good offensive names. Brian Daboll was easily the best. Easily. And we know that the Chargers were easily the best job. Again, Herbert going into his second year looks like a stud. Right? Looks like a stud making nothing yet. Like really good talent around him. You're one of the highest paid defenses. That is a Super Bowl blueprint. That is exactly what you want to get to a Super Bowl. Either you have to have a top 3 quarterback in the league, or you have to have a really, really good quarterback on a rookie deal. They had that. They hired Staley because he was the cheapest option financially. And I think on some level, Chargers fans, you kind of were like, yeah, this is exactly what happens. There's some players, and there's got to be some executives that knew that they were destined for this type of disappointment. They knew it. I mean, you could see year 1, the guy's over his skis. Yet they've doubled down on it. They refuse to make a move when it is clear, it is obvious that Brandon Staley is on a short list of guys in the NFL who not only don't deserve to be head coaches, but are just god-awful football coaches. Shouldn't even be coordinators. Just have no business coaching in the NFL above maybe an assistant position level. Like, they should be your 14th or 15th guy in your coaching roster. Not even close to your head coach, not even sniffing a coordinator job. He's not even close. He is god-awful, horrific at coaching football, period. Quit doubling down on mistakes. I mean, for the love of God, go get Justin Herbert a real NFL coach. I mean, it's embarrassing. I cringe watching Brandon Staley just exist in the NFL. I mean, that press conference was horrific. I couldn't watch it. I had to turn it off. It was brutal. He's a brutal NFL coach. Go get him a real coach. Maybe that's Kellen Moore. Who knows? But I would pay just about anything I could for like a Harbaugh level guy. Go get a stud. Go get a star head coach. This feels a lot like Denver with Nathaniel Hackett, but just with more talent on the team. Right? Like you're going to have to rebuild the culture, but this team's a lot closer than we think. They just need their Sean Payton. Right? They need their Sean Payton to come in and save the day. Okay, let's pivot.